This video is a how-to for replacing the dual compartmented armrest console in the Acura RL. As you can see, the material that comes with the car is not real leather and wears out pretty quickly, leaving your car's interior looking pretty shabby. An upholsterer will charge you anywhere from $100 to $175 for this repair. This restore job can be done by you in a few hours for under $40. All you will need is both a flathead and a Phillips screwdriver, some spring clamps, some spray adhesive, and the replacement leathers that can be purchased on the internet. Now let's get started. Both sides of the armrest are the same. At the first level, you will need to remove 5 screws on each side. Each screw has a small rubber cover that you will need to peel off with a flathead screwdriver. You will need to snap open a small plate to access the last 2. Once you have access to the screw heads, take your Phillips screwdriver and unscrew each one. All the screws are identical, so you will not need to separate them out. Take the first level and lower it, allowing you access to the second level of screws. The first plate does not detach, so just let it rest on the console. The second level, or metal plate, has only 4 screws on the hinges. Again, take your Phillips head screwdriver and unscrew each. Like the others, all these screws are identical, so you can store them with the rest. Now lay down the second level and your armrest is free. Now repeat this process to the other side. Ensure you have your necessary tools for the next part, a paint scraper if it comes to that, and your adhesive. Any spray adhesive will do. I chose a 3M multi-purpose spray adhesive purchased for $7 at Home Depot. Start by laying out your armrest in the same orientation as they were in the car. Next, lay your replacement leathers to ensure you have them in the appropriate direction. Each leather has a forward and a rear. The forward is slightly more narrow at the end. Start by aligning the stitching with its counterpart. Slide your new leathers out of the way, keeping their orientation. Now begin to remove the old fabric from the armrests. Don't worry about mixing up your armrests once you have them stripped down. If you look closely, each one is labeled with an L for left and an R for right. Now just pull off the old fabric. After the fabric is removed, you can assess whether you need to strip the foam from the plastic. Here, mine is pretty brittle, so I just took my shop vac and vacuumed it right off the plastic. You can take an extra step and purchase some thin foam to replace under the leather. Here, I am going to forego that step and begin application of the leather. I get to be the guinea pig for you. I did each armrest 2 different ways, so I am going to show you the one I think turned out the best results. Starting at the ends, spray your adhesive onto the plastic. Now just fold over and clamp down. Try and use as many clamps as possible, ensuring all the leather is being held firmly to the adhesive. Then flip around, pull your leather tight, and repeat on the other end. You want to allow to set for at least 30 minutes before moving on to complete the sides. The sides will be the same process. Apply a healthy coat of adhesive onto the plastic and pull your leather tight and begin to clamp down. You do not need to worry about the mess on the underside, as this will be covered by the console plates once reattached. If you have any excess leather that you feel will impede the reattachment of the underside plates, simply trim them down with a pair of scissors. Be careful not to cut near the edge of the armrest. Then just press firmly into the adhesive. Once dry, flip over and repeat the process, and pay special attention to ensure you pull the leather as tight as you can, leaving no ripples on the top side. Now for reassembly. You can do it the hard way or you can do it the easy way. The easiest way to reassemble the unit is to take the second level, which is the metal bracket, and 2 screws. Place the screws in the upper portion of the armrest. These screws are just to hold the metal bracket in place while you screw in the hinges, which can prove to be difficult while trying to align the plate and the armrest. You will remove these temporary screws once you have the hinge screws in place. First, take out 2 screws from your pile and have them at the ready. Next, align your plate to the hinges. Place 1 screw in each of the hinges and then remove the temporary screws that you placed in your plate earlier and place those in the second holes of each hinge. I admit that I did not do the first side in this manner, and there were a lot of obscenities thrown around. Now, flip up the first plastic layer and place 1 screw in the lower center of the layer. Now, take the lock clip and 2 screws and screw the lock clip back into place. Once that is complete, replace the 2 remaining screws into their positions and your console is complete.